Hi, Narelle Cook from Ceuticals, and this week I want to address a topic that frequently lands in our inbox, and that is, what supplements do we recommend for a dog with pancreatitis? Now, this is a complex topic, so I'm going to keep the focus very narrow today because there is so much that we could talk about when it comes to pancreatitis, and diet is obviously a huge part of that, but I do want to try and keep it short and sweet. Famous last words, but let's see how we go. So to start with, pancreatitis is inflammation of the pancreas, and the pancreas is an organ crucial for digestion and blood sugar regulation. Unfortunately, when the pancreas is inflamed, it can cause significant discomfort for our dogs and lead to some quite serious health complications. So symptoms often include lethargy, loss of appetite, vomiting, abdominal pain. So you might see your dog going to that play bow position. So it really is essential to work closely with your vet to diagnose and manage this condition effectively, especially during an acute attack. I cannot stress that enough. But as I said, we know that diet plays a pivotal role in managing pancreatitis. So a low-fat, highly digestible diet is generally recommended to reduce pancreatic stimulation and to allow the pancreas to heal. But it's important to note that the fat content tolerated by dogs prone to pancreatitis, it does vary between individual dogs. So while we generally recommend starting with a very low-fat diet, some dogs, they might be able to tolerate slightly more fat sooner than other dogs. So always be looking out for signs of pain or any discomfort if you are making dietary adjustments with your dog with pancreatitis. In terms of supplements, our primary recommendations include the Gut Protect. So you may already know, but Gut Protect combines prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes, and some soothing herbs to support digestive and immune health every day long term. But it is those digestive enzymes in particular that make it so great for dogs with pancreatitis, as they're going to assist in breaking down the fats, proteins, carbohydrates, which will then help to ease the workload on the pancreas while also enhancing nutrient absorption. So we often forget that this can be a huge problem for dogs with this condition. You might be surprised to hear that we also recommend Antinol Plus. So Antinol is rich in high-quality omega-3 fatty acids, which are known to reduce inflammation systemically throughout the body, but this includes pancreatic inflammation. And now look, even though Antinol is a source of fat, according to the literature, there are no reports of omega-3 fatty acids, so things like fish oil supplements, causing pancreatitis in dogs, cats, or humans. It would take really mega doses of a fish oil in addition to a really high fat diet to induce pancreatitis. And what's interesting is that theoretically, omega-3 fatty acids could actually prevent pancreatitis because of decreased blood triglyceride concentrations. So that's interesting. No studies in dogs, but studies in humans with severe acute pancreatitis have shown improved clinical outcomes in those patients that were given an omega-3 supplement. So like I said, you don't want to go overboard with mega doses of a high-strength fish oil, but giving a more concentrated source of omega-3s, something like Antinol, definitely a good choice. Third recommendation is the organic Beef Pancreas. So Beef Pancreas, it is such a nutrient-dense supplement, particularly supportive for dogs with pancreatitis or a history of pancreatic issues. Traditionally, that concept of like supports like, it suggests that feeding an organ from a healthy animal can absolutely support the same organ in the body of the animal consuming it. So in this case, feeding pancreas, it provides a really lovely natural source of digestive enzymes, which can assist in breaking down, fats, proteins, and carbs. Like I mentioned with the Gut Protect, this then reduces the workload on the dog's own pancreas. So I love Beef Pancreas for helping during recovery and just as ongoing support for dogs prone to pancreatic flare-ups. What I also love is that Beef Pancreas contains a lot of other really important vitamins and minerals that are going to contribute to tissue repair, support the immune system, which will then, further support the healing process in dogs with compromised pancreatic function. And just while we're on it, I should mention that it is absolutely not too much to give the Gut Protect and the Beef Pancreas together, even though they do both contain digestive enzymes. And then as a final consideration is the pure milk thistle. So even though it's primarily known for the liver supportive properties, research is also showing that it may be beneficial for protecting pancreatic cells against damage from, quite a range of different causes. We need more robust clinical trials, but the early evidence is certainly encouraging. And I love milk thistles for lots of reasons. So you can learn more about that in the Natural Health and Nutrition podcast. Search for episode 32. You can find that on our website under the resources tab. So if you've previously navigated pancreatitis with your dog and you have any insights or experiences to share, please add them in the comments. Your stories can provide invaluable support to other pet parents facing similar challenges. And if you'd like further support for your dog from us, whether that's related to diet or a specific health challenge, please reach out on info@canineceuticals.com.au. I highly recommend completing our online quiz. You'll find that on the website, canineceuticals.com.au. Just look for the quiz tab at the top of the website. And don't forget, you can absolutely email us topics that you'd like to have covered in a Thursday's Thought. Ask anyone around me. I am always looking for inspiration on what to talk about. So definitely do that if you have a burning question or 2 or 3. Otherwise, thank you for another week of Thursday's Thoughts, and I'll see you next week.